Hello, everyone. My name is Ava Nicole Francis, and I am here with Mark Aaron James for the Lineup Interview Series. Mark, thank you so much for coming to join us.
Of course, I'm so excited to be here and to be doing the show.
We're so excited to have you. It's going to be so much fun. Have you been to the lineup or seen the lineup yet?
I have been many times as an audience member, and I think this was going to be my fourth or fifth time doing the show. My,
Fantastic.
but
Welcome
my
back.
first time doing it at the new venue.
It's a great venue. We love Green Room. So you built a career blending songwriting, performance, theater, all of that. How did those worlds first start to overlap for you? They're all very different.
I mean, I went to school in Nashville, so songwriting was kind of why I went to school there, even though I didn't major in music. It's what I went to Nashville for. I went to Vanderbilt. But when
Well,
you come to New York, I just feel like New York is that. I don't think any artist in New York is just doing one thing. You kind of everything comes at you.
mhm.
So, I've always loved musical theater, and I've always, performing has always been kind of my favorite place and thing to do. So they all just come together pretty naturally for me.
What was the first memory you have of doing any of these things that made you kind of think, all right, this is it for me?
I actually have recordings of my like 7-year-old self doing a radio show imitating whatever was on television. Uh, that I recently converted them to digital, so I've heard all this stuff. So I think it's just always been in my nature. My father was also a performer. He was a dentist for a living, but played
Well,
guitar and taught me how to play guitar. So I, I I've been doing this as long as I've always known it was what I was going to do. I never didn't know I was going to be a performer somehow.
wow, so it's in your blood. It's been in you the whole time.
Through that.
So you've been performing pretty much your whole life. You've performed everywhere from Birdland Jazz Club in New York City to the White House, both vastly different things. What has been, your, I guess, most memorable or most transformative performance that comes to mind for you?
Um, there's a lot of little highlights along the way. I mean, I love the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville, so getting to be there and be a regular at the Bluebird right during the late 90s and 2000s when it was really, you know, something to do was
Yeah.
are really big highlights. Recently, I was just my musical was just at the Newport New Works Festival, and even though I wasn't in it, watching like Tony nominated actors and a major director doing something I wrote was really transformative for me. The White House was obviously a big deal and felt very, career confirming. So yeah, there's been a lot of little things along the way. I don't know that I have any one favorite, but but I've been very lucky and worked really hard.
What was the project that you were doing at the White House?
Every year during, well, up until this current administration, uh, during the month of December, there's every day is a Christmas concert because you tour the White House and see the lights that the First Lady has designed. And traditionally, they would have a Christmas concert at the end of that tour, and congressmen and politicians are allowed to invite their constituents or VIPs to come walk through the White House, and then they'd have somebody. And in the Obama years, each branch of the White House staff got to pick who they wanted to come. And I had this song that had gone viral on YouTube called Aquaman's Lament. I wrote a song about Aquaman being jealous of Batman.
Come on, Aquaman.
It went crazy online, and all the interns, who are usually college students, picked me as the person they wanted to come play.
That's genius.
So I got an email saying you've been shortlisted for the White House Christmas concert series. I thought it was spam. I thought it was a scam. So I Wikipedia'd the address, which is
Oh
fop.gov, which I later found out was from the office of the president.
my
And
God.
Wikipedia said what the email was. So then instead of responding to the email, which I thought was a scam, I responded to the address in the Wikipedia. And they wrote back. And that's when it was in my spam filter too.
Oh my God.
They wrote back, and that's how I found out I was playing it away.
You were real close to not doing that.
Yeah. I because who expects a random email? And it was my secondary email account saying, "Oh, by the way, you're playing at the White House." I honestly
I wouldn't
didn't
believe it
believe
either.
it was true until they let us in. Like we
Yeah.
were at the security gate and they were turning people away, and they were like, "Oh yes." Park
Yeah,
RNG.
yes, you this way. Oh yeah, I wouldn't believe that either. I mean, that's an impressive thing to do though. And
It was it was pretty, it was very, very, very cool.
yeah.
Really fun. And we record, I secretly recorded it and released it as a charity
Oh,
album.
oh, that's sweet.
It's still
That's
available on my Bandcamp. It's called the Holiday House Concert at Barry and Michelle's. Because I didn't want to alert the White House that I had recorded it because I recorded it on my Mac while we were there.
at Barry and Michelle's.
And
That's
I
just
give all the proceeds from that to the American Heart Association.
oh, that's
American
great.
Cancer Association, I think.
That's amazing. And that's I mean that's a great cause to donate to. So as a songwriter, when you write a song, I'm also a songwriter, so I
Right.
always love asking this question. What is your process? Do you do words or music first? Like how from the beginning to the end, what is your process?
I think being in Nashville really trained me to like record my song ideas first. So I have like a phone note list of everything that would make a clever song idea. And then I have a group called the Jack Hardy Songwriter Circle that meets every Monday on in reality and Wednesday online. And every week you're supposed to write a new song.
Mm,
So I either refer to that list and kind of just sit down with it and they kind of come together for me. I'll mess with chords, but know what I'm aiming at.
mm,
Sometimes I've written a poem of lyrics first and come to it with music. Sometimes I find a cool music thing and look through my notes and find the thing that fits it. But usually I'm sitting down because I've got this process to write a song every week. And every week is not a great song, but usually two or three a month are. So I just keeps the engine greased.
yeah, that's so funny. That's exactly what I do with the Notes app and
Yeah.
all of that. I love
I think a lot of artists, the phone has changed everything because now we can just go, oh, this is a good idea. Usually you'd either forget it or not, and now
yeah.
it's always in my phone. I even sing stuff. I have the little voice recorder in my phone too. So if I come up with a good melody line or a cool just the chorus intro, I'll
Yep.
sing it into my phone. And that's always good too, because I find that if I'm playing my guitar when I start writing, I have certain things that I gravitate towards. So
Hmm.
songs might start sounding the same. But if
Yeah.
I'm singing it into my phone, I then have to find the music for that. And
Yeah.
that tends to be much more unique and original.
That's so funny. I love that. I love when I find people who have the exact same process and I'm like, me too. So your series in the round has become a long-running fixture. What inspired you to create it? Like, how has it evolved, and what exactly is it about?
My favorite performance things are house concerts and in the rounds. And in the round is a very common thing in Nashville. The Bluebird isn't in the round usually.
Mhm.
And it's recreated. And the other thing is folk festivals. And you sit around a campfire and everybody does a song and kind of shares their story and such. And it just feels less performative and more organic. And in New York, it's not very common to see in the rounds or have campfires.
Right.
It's very hard on 37th Street to just bust out a campfire.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So I just wanted to recreate that campfire vibe and that folk festival vibe. It's also unlike an open mic, it's a little more curated. You kind of pick who's in the circle and who's out the circle, and you can bring people in for one song, and it just flows in a really nice way. And also, I find that when artists are not on guard, somebody will play a song about Disney World, and the next person, oh, I touched on Disney World in this song, and it just becomes this. It unfolds in a really organic way to watch and something that's really enjoyable for the artist too because they're only playing every fourth song so they
Mhm.
get to listen to people that they respect and it's just I think the reason it's lasted so long is when you get four really good artists together cool things happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've been to a couple of rounds in Nashville. I record all my stuff in Nashville. So I think that that's a really great thing that they have going down there that you're right is not seen up here. And for music, whether it's like, someone else writes it and you do the music or like you partner or whatever it is, like it is always good to get to know other people who do that, to be able to
You
share.
meet your community, yeah.
Yeah. So
I
that's
think that in the round, it amazes me that in the rounds aren't more popular all around the world. And it
yeah.
amazes me that New York has piano bars and things like the lineup. And I'm amazed that that format is not more popular all over the world because they're both just such entertaining things.
Yeah. No, I think that that's a great idea. You have a great thing going there.
Thank you. Well, I'm really proud of it, and it's every third Tuesday of the month. And also having this television studio that agreed to do it with us, Mill
Yeah.
Iron Studios, has made it. You can go back and watch them now. It's very professional looking. It gives the songwriters these assets that they can use for video and TikTok, and because now you've got this professionally shot version of all your songs, and I think
Yeah,
it's just a win-win for everybody.
absolutely. Well, I mean, congratulations on having something like that.
Yes, I'm really. It's one of my favorite things I do in the city.
So collaboration is a big part of your work, be it songwriting, be it theater, be it all of it. What do you usually look for in creative partners?
Honestly, I write mostly on my own. I do have co-writers that I've written multiple songs with, but it's a lot like dating. You just have to find that person who really is the yin to your yang. I like co-writing because especially if I find somebody who gets me, but then writes something I would never have written.
Hmm.
The people that I've written with regularly, like Dave Berg or Jody Nardone, are usually people who are outside my genre or write differently than me, and that's who I collaborate with. But I'm also a bit of a control freak, like every artist, and a lot of times I, I really want to serve the song, so I don't mind it being a kicking and screaming fight to get it right.
Hmm.
So it has to be, both artists have to feel that way. But
Yeah.
I think it makes the song better or it makes the piece better. Theater has thrown me for a loop because for the first time, even though I've written most of my shows by myself, you then give it to artists and a director, and it really is a collaborative art in a way that you don't get to control with just your 3 minute song.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, opposites attract, but also do what's best for the piece. I get it.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta serve the piece of art and not yourself. And
Absolutely.
it's I also am a quirky writer. Like I said, I wrote a song about Aquaman being jealous of Batman. I don't think there are a lot of people who just want to write a love song or a song about their mother, and usually don't want Aquaman inserted into it. So the people who
Oh
usually
no,
write with
man.
me, the people who write with me are looking for a little left of center thing, which is fun for me.
Yeah, I don't
I
know, man.
wrote with a
I
lot of
think
country
Aquaman is
writers.
great, so put
I wrote
Aquaman.
with a lot of country writers because they were looking for somebody who wasn't country to write with.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's great. That's how it goes. So your show Peripheral explores people at the edges of iconic photographs. What made you drawn to that concept? How did that happen?
Yeah, I've written well 2.5 shows now, and that one is the one that's kind of an outlier. It happened on its own. But I told you that group that I write with every week. If I didn't have an idea, sometimes I would Google search for like one sentence short stories, or look through famous photographs and figure out a song based on that, just to inspire whatever I was going to write that week. And the photograph ones, I never go for the direct thing. If I'm looking at a photograph of Tiananmen Square, I'm not going to write about the kid with the suitcase in front of the tanks. I'm thinking, what is the guy in the third tank back thinking? If
Hmm,
I look at Abbey Road, I'm not thinking of the Beatles. I'm thinking of the cab driver on the upper right hand side waiting to get past smoking a cigarette, which nobody notices in the
nobody notices.
so I'd written 5 or 6 of those when I finally looked at all of them together and was like, this is a thing. This is kind of a fun thing. What if
Yeah.
I just started only writing songs about these people you've never noticed were in the photograph? And then once I realized there was a show in it, I wrote a monologue for each of them before the song. And then we turned those monologues into a story where a woman was developing the pictures and each story was teaching her something. And it just became more and more of a show. And then I entered it in this contest and won, and now it's going to be at the roundabout in May. In May, yeah.
That is quite possibly like one of the most genius ideas I've ever heard in my life.
It 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 wasn't something I aimed to do, but it happened,
It
and the
happened.
more I looked at it, the more I was like, I don't think anybody's ever done this. I'm surprised. It's a cool idea.
That's fantastic. Was there a specific photograph that like made you have that idea, or was it just the prompt?
The first one was the Tiananmen. I literally looked up what are the 100 most famous photographs, and the Tiananmen Square one was the first one I wrote. And then I didn't want to do all political ones, so some of them are funny, some of them are, but I just kind of went down that list, and I think I did Migrant Mother, the one where the woman's holding her two kids from
Yeah.
the perspective of one of the kids. And I think once I did a, I had a person betting in the audience on Muhammad Ali over Sonny Liston. I think those were like the first four, and they were all four so different because the pictures give you a different vibe.
Yeah.
And so I think those were the ones that kind of made it, maybe started going, okay, now this is going to be a thing I do.
Hmm.
Started writing them. So
Wow.
there are 14, I think, now in the show.
I have to see this. I'm like deeply intrigued by this. I will be there. I
Well,
will be in the
put,
audience.
put May 7th on your calendar. That's
May 7th?
May 7th is the reading in at the Roundabout.
May 7th at the Roundabout. Done. I'm
I'm
there.
really
Um,
proud of it. It became a really cool piece of theater.
wow. That's so cool. I mean, my next question that I had was what's next for it, but that seems to be what's next for it.
Just set up the reading. It's going to be, I don't even know. We may do two readings. We may do one. The first one's going to be for industry folks, but there'll be some people there, but it's going to be in the downstairs theater at the Roundabout. And to be this fast, I just, knowing from my other show that I've been working on, to have a show that I've only been writing for a year and then suddenly it's on a Broadway stage is crazy.
Yeah,
Been
congratulations.
very lucky.
That's fantastic. I'm so happy for you. That's amazing.
I'm besides myself. I'm, who knows what's going to come of it, but I'm really proud of it. And what I love about this too is because it's photographs and people, it can be put on by a high school. It can be put on in a library. It can be put on in a photo gallery. It's just
Yeah.
a versatile piece of theater. I think it doesn't have to just be in
Yeah,
a
it's
theater.
literally timeless. It could be
Oh, and I
adapted
think the
too.
pictures do a lot of work because we already feel things about these pictures because they're pictures
Yeah.
we know.
Yeah. Wow. That's so cool. What do you hope that your audiences take away from your work, whether it's like the song, this show, a concert, a stage, all of it?
I always sometimes I teach songwriting and I always I use the example, nobody needs to hear a song that says I miss you anymore. You can write a good song called I miss you, but if you say your toothbrush isn't in my bathroom anymore, it's a level above that. I want to make an audience say, I know that feeling. I've never heard it said that way before. That expresses it in a way I didn't think about. And
Wow.
that's my goal. That's always my goal whenever I'm making anything, theater or song. It's kind of, I know that. That's familiar to me. I've never heard it said that way before.
I feel like this is like a master class, but it's just like a private one. I'm just sitting here like
Oh,
I'm like,
that's
take that
nice
down,
to
take
hear.
that
No,
down. That's, I mean, that's great advice, but it's also just, artist to artist, like just a good way to go about our music.
it makes well, it's not you can't write a good song that's just called "I Love You," but there are better ways to do it. I think,
Yeah, it's more
or
intricate
it's
ways.
harder to do it that way.
Yeah, it's, trust that the audience isn't stupid. They can figure it out. They can make inferences. They can connect the dots. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So I guess aside from May 7th, do you have any other upcoming performances that you want to promote or want to talk about?
The In the Round is always on the third Tuesday of the month, and it's open to the public. It's a small in-studio audience, and you can always find that by going to either Mill Iron Studios on Facebook or join my Facebook. I have a Patreon where the art of albums is kind of, I don't want to say it's dead because I still believe in albums, but it's harder to put one out. So what I've done now is started a Patreon where every time I write a song, I put it up and people subscribe to my songs. So if
Hmm,
you go to patreon.com/Mark Aaron James, you can hear all my new songs as I write them. I put two or three of them up a month, and it's like it only costs $3. It's like buying me a coffee and getting all. You also get all the old stuff I've written there for the past
nice.
years.
Nice.
And other than that, the lineup, which I'm very excited to do. I'm going to be doing usually when I do the lineup, the times I write funny stuff. So I do a big funny happy song because Susie is a big funny happy person.
She is.
This time I'm doing the big I Want song from Peripheral. So I'll be doing an epic theater song this time.
Oh, that's so exciting. I'll be there, of course, and I can't wait to see it. And I'm sure everybody else is, especially after this, is going to be so excited to hear what you have.
Well, I'm psyched to be showing it to people. This is the first time I've ever gotten to sing this song because it was written for the lead girl character. And I
Yeah.
put it in my key and I'm gonna belt it
Come
out.
on. Yes, modulation.
There is a modulation in it too.
Yes, it has to. It's an I Want song. I don't think it would be a complete without a
Exactly. My mom was a big Barry Manilow fan, so anytime a song's gonna go for it, it's
Oh yeah.
gotta
Oh,
go up a step.
it has to. It has to. Mark, thank you so much for coming on and for doing this interview. I am so, so excited to see you on the lineup. This is going to be such a great one. So we will see you there at the next lineup.
Thank you so much. This was fun.
Yeah, so fun. All right, I'll see you then. Bye
Bye.
bye.